comes a new challenger.
HP maxed, side quests done, and the skill tree's fully unlocked. Let's get it on.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round.
Oh, yeah.
Tries to bait him with the projectile. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Trip them up. Jump in, finds the mark. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Big counter. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Knockdown. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive. Combo with the target combo. Player 1 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner grip. They were not clear for takeoff. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Fires off the Shiku Hadouken. Goes with the projectile for their opening shot. Charges forward. Brushes that off and keeps going. Still slugging it out at this range. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. They're backed up into the corner. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. To throw whips. Right lead is all in with a KO. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Pressuring with cruel fate. Whiffs the throw. Starts off zoning with fireball. Decides to go in with the target combo. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Throws them to negate the block. Knockdown. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. And going on the offensive, and that's a KO. Timed that perfectly. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireball. Player 1 had an impressive round while managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Still scrapping for control of the space. Dashes forward. Drive gauge gap here. A clean hit. Toxic Blossom is activated. Going in. Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. Throw is denied. What a read. What'll happen here? Player 2, if the super doesn't hit, KO. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Show me what you have.
This is round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. The drive impact nets them a sweet punish counter. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. What are they thinking here? Player 1 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Gets right in there. Throws them to negate the block. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Gets a normal hit from the drive impact. They're still good. Heading into the end game now, it's getting KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Off the super arm out of nowhere. Ooh, wants to hit it. Hits him with a stop and bop. Long range fireball to break the silence. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. There's a change of sides. From up upstairs.
The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Getting that extra juice into it. Kage no mind. Just goes for it at this range.
That's not gonna hit. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Drive gauge on deck. Are they gonna gun it? Nice fireball. Player 1 can't use any drive boost. Gotta play it safe. What's this Shikuhara gonna do? Both sides getting ready. Both of them back off. The overhead denied. Oh, putting the cherry atop of the tank and scores the win. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Knockdown. Still slugging it out here. Oh, the air throw falls short. Get right in there. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has to deliver KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? A brave forward jump there to start. With this super art connect? Oops, they were anticipating that super art. Checks them with the projectile. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Can they stop it?
Just goes for it at this range.
Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Scrapping it out up close. Going in, charges forward. Shinku Hadouken! Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal?
Not keeping it nice and pretty with a target combo.
Checking with the fireball.
Willing to risk it for the overdrive.
Oh, burnout!
Do they mean to do that?
Breaks through with the throw. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. What's this Shikuhara gonna do? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Good decision with that throw. Crowns him from above. Player 2 is in a very good... This can lead to some big damage. Player 1 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. This is where we can... Oh, yo! Raw super here! A jump in? What are they gonna do? What's next? Player 1 with punish counter set the table. Those Shiranui flames are hot in more ways than one. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Giving them food for thought. That was a fight heard round the world. Yo, pop that.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight? The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Starts with a jump in. The throw is escaped. Uh-oh. Falls short. There's a corner switch. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. The Fuha stopped to the brim. Look for them to turn up the heat now. Did well to get the buff in there. Taking stock. Life lead opens up. There's the wall spot. They can't do anything now. Won't play their game. Says no with the overdrive 10 settings. Brutal capital KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Shinku Hadouken! That's not gonna hit. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Gets the jump in. Medium kick hits. Player 2 going on the offensive? Barely blocks the jump in. Looking for a chance. Knockdown and Player 2 has a slight life lead. Using the super can open up huge chances for you. Showing some real tenacity. Uses the target, uses the gauge for a super arm. Is this gonna kill?
That felt good, didn't it?
And it's just enough. Solid read on the bars. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Fantastic reactions there. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Blocks the jump in. Definitely shuts out the jump in. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Low heavy hits. Mix up incoming. Knockdown. Great work finding the opening. Does a good job of pushing back. Throws them to negate the block. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. The super doesn't hit. Gets the jump in. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. A quick breather. The low heavy connected? Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Both 5 charges forward. Hits up and fires off the Shinku Hadouken. Knockdown and player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. We have a super art on deck. Expect to see way more pressure here. Player 1 needs to eat this and leaches some big damage. Oh, burnout! Did they mean to do that? Low heavy, but no go. Amazing. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Oh, yo! Raw super here. Raw super art incoming. Party time. Closes it out.
That was catch as catch can as you're gonna get in a fight.
Here comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Shows the overhead. The low heavy hits. Throws him down. What are they thinking here? This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 chases him down. Throw misses. Takes a trip. Will this super art connect? Changes the pace with an air-to-air. Closes with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff.
Right.
Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Going on the offensive? Player 2 meets Shinku Hadouken. The super doesn't hit. Both fighters planning. Oh, what's this? Were they baiting them into that? Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Going in? Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? A quick breather. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. The low kick hits. Fires off the Shinku Hadouken. What were they thinking? Player 1, oh, now that is a punish. Good decision with that throw. Oh, here we go. Wraps it up with a throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Charges up the plasma. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Risky up-close scrap still going. Player 1 can't let this. This is gonna hurt. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. Gotta do better than that. Finds the target. Both sides anticipated that throw. The drive impact doesn't work.
Perfect execution with the anti-air. Amaze grabs him from above. Player 1 with the rhythm, owning that space.
Here comes the corner pressure. Target combo in.
Oh, yo! Rock super here.
Player 2
Still closes it out. Ooh, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell them what's good.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Big counter. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Knockdown. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Just out of range for that throw.
This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something.
Coming through. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Grabs him from up above. Takes a trip. Like, will this super art connect? So then he takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Brings out the super art. How's it gonna
Opt for the throw to close it out.
Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Checks him with the projectile. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Both fighters have plenty of drive to work with, but how they make their approach will be key.
Into Hadouken! Knockdown and...
Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? They are really going at each other this round.
They can't squander this punish counter chance.
Going in? Player 1 will look to apply pressure here.
Hits up the counter.
This is going to be huge. Almost no drive gauge.
Wraps it up with a throw.
Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if it...
Comes a new challenger.
Two of the biggest lab monsters are about to get it going.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. Tries to bait him with the projectile. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Trips him up. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Will this super art connect? Throws him down. Knockdown. Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? Gets the jump in. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Takes a trip. Player 1 has the meter lead. Grabs him. All right, what's coming up next? The drive impact doesn't get them to touch, and a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage.
In a burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Tags him and takes the W.
Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Shoots off a fireball up close.
Not done yet.
Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Now, can they finish the job? Hits them with a stopping bomb.
It's a good spot to use the super.
Player 1, this bookworm has all the nice speed. What'll happen here? Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Jumps in, charges forward. Big throws. Uses the target combo as a filler. Scrapping it out, up, brushes that off and keeps going. Uses the gauge for a super art. Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing.
This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. It's time for both fighters to lay. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. As the Vulcan Blast fires off the Shinku Hadouken. Just goes for it at this range. Nothing stops this train. More fuel to the fire. Hook them up.
Oh my god, they just choked it up! What are they gonna draw super hard incoming?
What'll both players do without a super to lead on? Presses for a reaction with a fireball.
Connects with the throw! The drive impact doesn't work! All the throw connects!
Both sides getting ready.
They're in range! We get set up with the jump in! Oh, he throws them!
Target combo into... I can't believe it! Oh, burnout! Did they mean to do that? Player 1 can't use any drive moves. They're just gonna go for it with the super. Are you kidding me? Player 1 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
Round 1.
It's not over yet! Best believe it's time for that run back!
Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. Barely hits them with a stopping bomb.
They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have consequences later on. Player 1 has the life lead. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Trips him up, goes for the super art.
Well, thank you.
No.
The drive impact whiffs. Are they ready to punish? Taking stock.
You shouldn't. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Fires off the Shinku Hadouken.
Absorbs the attack, lands a punish counter for the first hit.
Opts for the level 1 Vulcan Blast. Shinku Hadouken.
Lets off a projectile to waste time.
Sure you can.
That drive impact doesn't get through.
This is gonna be bad news. Is this early super gonna change things? They're going for the super art? Player 1 can build off this lead. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range.
Are they going to fill up their super meter for a small advantage or concentrate on the offensive?
Long-range fireball hits them with a stopping bomb.
They are absolutely wailing on each other in the middle.
Oh, what's this? Were they baiting them into that? Vulcan Blast!
Going in?
Player 1 is dominating this match. Not done yet. KO! Player 1 brings it home.
Here comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Round 1.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Nice counter. Smart play there. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Decides to go in with the target combo. Takes a trip. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Throw misses. That attack landed for a counter hit. Just goes for the super art? Alright, what's coming up next? Big gap between the two fighters. For the throw out of fire. Taking stock. A clutch drive move here can close out this round for either fighter. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something, and that's a KO. Timed that perfectly. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Immediate jump in. Switches sides via backup. Throws them to negate the block. Was looking for that jump attack. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize utilize their reach or bait each other out.
Player 2 fires off the Shinku Hadouken.
So, what's next?
This is the time to use fireballs to chip away at an opponent.
Doing some quick planning?
Sneaks in above. They exchange blows. A parry?
Not much life left, but their drive usage makes it.
Shinku Hadouken. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Gotta be careful not to whip at this range.
Lays down a whirlwind, charges forward.
Gold Kotsugeki to the face.
Throw is denied, what a read!
Full drive on deck. Slow, heavy, but no go. One step ahead of them. They both knocked them out of the air. Wraps it up with a throw. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Rushes down the opponent to impose their will. Player 2 will look through. What a smart blow.
Scrapping it out up close.
Throws him. What now? Starts with whirlwind. Nails it. Oh, yeah. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? Raw superstar incoming. Excellent read. Charges up the platform. They are not getting close to each other. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Answers with a fireball. Whirlwind shot. Can they use their drive to stage a comeback? Somehow manages to block the jump-ins. Ooh, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that runback. Uses the parry so the opponent can't dictate the pace of the round. Jump.
Gets the jump in. Player 1 chases them down. Oh! Checks with the projectile. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. What's the play here? Tons of drive and health to work with. Who's gonna make a move? Nice counter. Smart play there. Taking stock. Does a good job of pushing back. Throws him. What's next? Goes for the super art? Ooh, wants to hit it big here with a super art. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? All right, what's coming up next? Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Where is their opening?
What'll happen here? Closing moments of the match. In there! Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Uses the parry. Grabs them. Risky up. Shinku Hadouken. They're thinking of scoring big off this gauge use. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Going in. Throws a fireball. Both of our combatants are cooking up something. Fires off the Shinku Hadouken. That's a big gap. Who delivers the pain right to their doorstep. They must have a game plan here with the critical art on deck, but executing that plan is the key. Overhead. Catches them out. A parry? Player 2 escapes with the reversal. What a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Opens with a jump in. This is it. Hoop the low. Oh my God, what a throw tech. Looking to follow up after that target combo. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Fires off the Shinku Hadouken. Both sides. If the drive impact doesn't work. Player 2 is in a... Oh my God, they just choked it up. They push their way out of the corner. Connects with the throw. Looking for pumps the brakes on the impact. And whiffs. King. Ooh, what a smart throw. Player 2 is in a very good spot now. Whirlwind shot. They were waiting for it. Knew the throw was coming. A noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Closes it out. Player 2 really had to fight for that.
Comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A-game to the table.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Easily escapes. Drive reversal to break in. The low heavy hits. Long low attack hits. Can't tech the throw. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Gets the jump in. Oh, easy tech. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. What'll happen here? The punish counter gives them a great open in there. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Shinku Hadouken! Big super hard hit. It's on. Player 2 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it.
This is my chance.
Still slugging it out at this range. Knockdown and Player 2 is working with a better game. What can they do? The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. And with good heads-up decision opting for the closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Starts in anti-air in the clutch. Reads the jump in perfectly. Player 1, what's this Shinku Hado gonna do? What will they do next? Drive impact misses. Oh my, the throw tag rushes in. Solid anti-air. Nothing stops this train. Ooh, what a smart throw. There's a burnout. Player 2 is in burn, sets up with the jump in. All the throw connects. Getting absolutely relentless. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Got him. What a clutch low heavy. What's gonna? Oh my God! What, are you kidding me? Player 2 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. Jump. This is gonna hurt. Nice counter.
What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Oh, easy tech. The low kick connects.
That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Big low reaching heavy. Takes a trip.
Oh, what a move. All right, what's coming up next?
Takes in the throw. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. This may be it. Hits them with a stopping bomb. Dashes forward. Goes for the Shin Hashogeki. Will this super art connect? Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? A quick breather. Zones with the fireball. Still slugging it out at this range. Knockdown and charges forward. Just goes for it at this range. Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean. There it is. They knew it'd be enough. Well, listen, when you're locked in,
the new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Goes for the fireball. Jump in, finds the mark. Trips him up. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player one can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. All right, what goes for the super arc? Gets the jump in.
Are we gonna see a comeback here?
Both fighters planning something. The projectile connects, not giving the opponent any chances. Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Starting off with fires off a Shinku Hadouken. How's this round going to develop? Delivers the pain right to the doorstep. Throws a fireball. That's some big juicy damage on that. Rushes that off and keeps going. Uses the target combo as a filler.
The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage.
Throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? Player two holding on to KO. Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Projectile charges forward. Combo with the target combo. There's a corner switch. Still slugging it out here. The grab misses. Solid combo. Knockdown. Player two is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a kick saw them sweating against the wall and gets in the throw. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Immediate jump in. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Jump! Shinku Hadouken! They're going for the super arc. The super doesn't hit.
Pay attention.
Player two is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. The throw whiffs. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Going on the offensive? Oh, what's this?
They can't squander this punish counter chance.
There's a burnout. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. What now? What's this Shinku Hado gonna do? Crowns him from above. Flatlines him. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Gets the jump in. From up above. Starts with a jump in. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. Punish counter. This could lead to something big. Takes a trip. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistake. Throw heavy for the win. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Fires off a Shinku Hadouken. Jumps. Who's going to start things off? Impact's a no-go. Rushes that off and keeps going. Digs in deep to get that drive in. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Oh, let's go. Big throws. Player one, big low attack to pick up the win this round. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins match.
Here comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Lots of aggression from both sides. Tries to throw but doesn't connect. Taking stock. With the throw. Knockdown. Throws him. What's next? Player 2 chases him down. Takes a trip. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Alright, what's coming up? Closes out the round with a fireball. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump in. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? The throw whip. Player 2 will look to apply pressure. Knockdown, they're going for the super art. Player 1 has wild critical. What's gonna happen? Big throws. Both fighters KO. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. What a reaction to go air to air. The throw missed. Jump sets up with the jump in. Risky up-close scrap still going. Jump! This can lead to some big damage. What were they thinking? Absolutely relentless. Player 1 has a full castle on the dome. Gives the ribcage some TLC. What's this Shinku Huddle gonna do? Okay, here we tried to act quickly, but with the attack. They didn't test the throw. Player 2 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. They're trading attacks. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Player 2 chases them down. Opts for the throw. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. That drive impact is blocked. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Life lead opens up. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. The grab misses. Shinku Hadouken! Takes a trip. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? KO! Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Zones with the fireball. The throw misses. Controls the distance with a smart kill rush back. Player 1 is working with a better game. What can they do with it? What'll have charges forward. Sneaks in above. The super doesn't hit. Player 1 has a super arc. That's not gonna hit. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. All the throws connects. Our fighters are out of charges up the platform. Going in, they were not clear for takeoff. Player 2 brings it home.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight? Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to throw but doesn't connect. Opts for the throw. Clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. Lots of aggression from both sides. Trips them up. Player 1 chases them down. We've reached the midway point of the round, and both fighters are at about even life. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Shoots off a fireball up close. Holds out with the block. Whiffs the throw. Perfect read to get the finish with the low attack.
Right.
Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? The jump-in is denied. Can't tech the throw. Charges forward. Player 2 has a slight life lead. Going in. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Big opportunity. Fires off the Shinku Hadouken. Knockdown and player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. KO. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight. Let's see what these fighters have up their sleeves out of the gate. Low heavy hits, mix up incoming. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Plenty of space between the two fighters, but who will decide to close the gap? What are they thinking here? Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. From up above. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Throws them to negate the block. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Ends the meter. Hoping for a good return. Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. The overhead's good. Will this super art connect? Goes for the super art. Grabs him. Player 1 chases him down. Goes for the jump in. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. The throw is teched. Player fires off the Shinku Hadouken. Gets the jump in. Knockdown and are they going to be able to come back and KO? Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see Shinku Hadouken. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Player 2 needs to take advantage of the gauge disparity. Both sides getting ready. Player 1 turns out. Low heavy, but no go. Player 2 isn't what's this Shinku Hadouken gonna do? Okay, here. Oh, gets the air throw. Player 2 still has a chance, but it's going to be an uphill battle. They're in range. It is over. Ooh, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jumps. Breaks the block with a throw. Well-timed corner switch. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Counter hit throw there. Still slugging it out here. The low is denied. Jump in, finds the mark. Throws him down. Knockdown. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Impacts a note. Will this super art connect? This is the range where things get messy. Low heavy for the win. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Very slick with the combo. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Shows the medium kick. Hits the air throw. What'll happen here? A super art? Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Going in and whiffs. They're wide open. All the throw connects. Player walls flat into the guard break. Curls them from above. Looking for a hold. Will they gamble? Punish counter sets the table. What a finish! Player 2 brings it home.
Let's see if they can build up some